So Atlanta will get the first possession. Now here's Westbrook. Good on the bucket.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And here's Westbrook. Into the lane. And Bridges with the block.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here is Hawkins. Back to Thompson. Pass to Hawkins. Westbrook with the block.
Boy, Westbrook is explosive in everything he does.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Kept his eyes up the floor, and it pays off.
Hawkins with it. Inside. And Duren slams it in.
Well, that is a solid screen by Duren. And then the big man rolls right into scoring position.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here is Hawkins. Duren a screen. Thompson in the corner. It's taken away by Collison. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
You know, Westbrook can make you pay from deep. The D has to at least honor his shot.
Personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for Los Angeles, number 7.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Duren. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, this is where Duren looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The putback is no good. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Number 4, Jalen Green.
Atlanta leading by 5. Westbrook scanning the floor. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Thompson.
So here's a guy who knows how to get to the line. Westbrook's motion almost attracts contact.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
In lots of games, free throws are the difference. You never want to lead points at the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Outside, Green. To the middle, Lewis. Stolen by Gordon. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
So much force. Easy money for Drummond.
Hawkins shot good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Anthony in the corner. Drops in the tray.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Green. Now Hawkins driving in, and that one is hammered home.
And Hawkins is an assertive player. Once he sees a lane open up, he jumps all over it.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Atlanta leads by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Here's Hawkins. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Thompson sends it back.
In terms of off guards, Thompson is an all-defensive team-level player, can compete with the best of them.
Over in the corner, Green. Out to Anthony. Goes up the baseline. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Anthony's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Atlanta. And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
It's Edwards on the wing. The 3-ball from Anthony Edwards.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
They set the pick to the inside. Lewis. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Lewis has got 6 points.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Green drives in, and it's Green with the jam.
Tenacious on that drive. Green using his speed effectively.
On the wing, Gordon. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
For Atlanta, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he hits the first of 3.
Well, when Gordon is on his game, he affects every part of the game at both ends.
Both teams will make substitutions. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
1:46 left to play here in the half. And it's Allen with the jam.
You see how quick Allen moves in these situations, which makes him a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Here's DeRozan. Excellent D there from Allen.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
The drive by Gordon. The wide open look here for Anthony on the money from 12 feet away. Anthony's got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta. Here's White. Off target from 3-point range. From the baseline. Here's Şengün. Here's Anthony. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Here's Allen. Back to Beal. Five to shoot. Screen by Allen. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Halliburton on the wing. Gordon for three. And we finished one half of basketball. It's Atlanta leading by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Hawkins with it. Williams picks him up. Puts the move on. Hawkins shot good. Hawkins has got the first basket of the second half here for Los Angeles.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you. Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Right side, Beal. It's Hawkins on the wing. And there's another one for the Lakers. Atlanta leading by 7. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Drummond. And the layup is good. Drummond's got 6.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
Thompson misses. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast.